Hello, welcome to Have a Go. No, I'm Alan. Don't know if I've mentioned this before, but this is the book I'm working off. David Gingery's Build Your Own Metalworking Shop from Scrap. This is one of the patterns from it. I'm going to have modified. I'm going to have a go at casting it with a new flask I made recently. Start off with this so that I don't get a lot of sand falling between the cracks in the bench. Board on top. These are the new flasks. Nowhere near as deep. Alright, now we're going to take some of the fresh sand we made a couple of weeks ago. Start piling it in. I'm trying something different with this flask. The previous one, you may recall I did a video where I put beading along the edges sticking into the pattern. For this one I used the router to route out edges in here, grooves and channels. The idea being the sand will go into there and cling to the sides that way, rather than beading, sticking into it. It'll be the sand going into the side of the pattern and flask instead. So this is just as much a test to see how well that'll work. Alright, strike that off. Spot all the parts I missed. Parting powder. Now we tap this in. That will do nicely, I think. More parting powder on top. Alright. Now for the part that makes me nervous. Well, there's no dropout, so that's good. That's what I was worried about though. Part of the channel here has come out into the cope, the rest of it however did not, which is a problem. That's a bugger. Oh, that's why we're learning. Still, there is a trick I saw mentioned in a book. That should work. Right, more parting powder. It's cheap. The trick this time, I'm going to lightly fill the channel, and then I'm going to put these nails in, and hopefully they will provide reinforcement to the sand. And help it stay together and stay with the top half and not collapse into the bottom again. Catch is, I have to be careful not to hit the nails when I'm ramming. If you're worried about the clock, don't be, because it keeps rotten time, and that's not the right time anyway. Please, that would have worked better. Well, more stayed in the channel this time, I'll give it that. Still not what I'd call good enough to cast with though. The weather's a bit rotten to be casting today anyway, so I was mostly doing that just to get experience with moulding with this channel in it. Also, to see how well these new flasks hold up, and I'm quite happy I'm not getting any drop out, and that routing seems to have done the trick nicely. So I'll empty the sand back into the bucket, and that's about it for now. In case you also, I'll just add, I didn't do any video of making the flasks and doing the routing because routers are dangerous, and if you want to see an example of how to do routing, go and look up a proper video where they know what they're doing, because routers are very dangerous. So tidy this back into the bucket, and I'll see you next time.